Like Robert Jackson, Ray Daddario arrived in Nuremberg late in 1945 with a group of young American Army photographers assigned to prepare news coverage for the scheduled war crimes trials.
What a nightmare.
Where do we pick up our press passes?
The Palace of Justice.
What's the metal bar in the front of the Jeep do?
Works like a knife to cut the wires that Germans string across the road at night. Several GIs have already been decapitated.
Lovely.
Here we are, gentlemen. I'll take your bags to the hotel.
All right, thanks a lot, buddy.
See you around.
Press credentials ready to show. You will be given press passes and transferred to assigned lodging. Get in line, gentlemen, get in line!
Check this out. Vita, nice and tight, yes, please.
Das ist
Dankeschön.
Berlin, Berlin, die ewig junge Stadt, das ist Berlin, Berlin, die meine Liebe hat, genau inmitten der Welt, hat sie der Herrgott geschenkt.
On the second day of the trial, Jackson stood before the court and delivered the opening statement on behalf of the international team of prosecutors.
The privilege of opening the first trial in history for crimes against the peace of the world imposes a grave responsibility. The wrongs which we seek to condemn and punish have been so calculated, so malignant and so devastating that civilization cannot tolerate their being ignored because it cannot survive their being repeated.
Was not only there for the opening statement of Robert H. Jackson, but also throughout the entire trial, accumulating photos principally in black and white, which was the medium of use for the press corps, but also experimenting with something called color. Eastman Kodak had color film. It was noticed by Ray Daddario's mother and sent to him to be used on an experimental basis. We're absolutely privileged to have Ray provide to us some of these unique photographs which appear in color. Here Robert H. Jackson on the right, in the background is Thomas Dodd, and to the left his secretary, Elsie Douglas.
You will hear of the long series of German aggressions and conquests, broken treaties, the terror that settled over Germany, the havoc wrought on the occupied terrace. And you will know the real complaining party at your bar is civilization.
All right, where the hell is he?
He'll be here.
Against humanity. Defendant Hermann Goering. The tribunal finds you guilty on all 4 counts and sentences you to death by hanging. Rudolf Hess. On the charges of crimes against humanity, the tribunal finds you not guilty. But we find you guilty on counts 1 and 2, and thereby sentence you to imprisonment for life.
Then Albert Speer. The tribunal finds you not guilty on counts 1 and 2. but you have been found guilty on counts 3 and 4. Albert Speer, the court sentences you to 20 years imprisonment.
The work of this tribunal is now complete.
Justice Lawrence and Robert Jackson's job was done at the International Military Tribunal. However, our guest, Ray D'Addario's job continued. He was discharged from the Army at the conclusion of the IMT to accept a job as chief photographer in the Public Information Office of General Telford Taylor, chief U.S. prosecutor at Nuremberg for the 12 subsequent war crimes trials held in Nuremberg. Ray D'Addario, the official photographer of the Nuremberg war crimes trial, returned to the United States to open his own photographic services agency at Holyoke, Massachusetts. As the preamble to his book on the Nuremberg trials, it states, Ray D'Addario can document like no other photographer the Nuremberg trials with pictorial material extraordinaire. He was also able to capture the pictures of the destroyed city and the reconstruction that occurred in the last 25 years. We are thrilled to have Ray D'Addario with us at the Robert H. Jackson Center. Please welcome Ray D'Addario.